Hey guys, how are you going? So I'm going to walk you through how to have a very successful launch party. Now, in my opinion, to have a strong business, it's about online and offline. There's so many ways to build your business, but I think it's really important to mix it up also for your own self. Like, it makes things a little bit more exciting. That way you're not just behind the screen, you actually get to connect in real life with real human beings, right? You hearing me? So I like to connect online, but I also love having real conversations with people that I may not have even had the pleasure of having a conversation at all with. So first and foremost, when it comes to having a great launch party, bring the energy, guys. Bring the energy, because energy is infectious. And the thing is, right, is your thoughts create your reality. So it's so important to have great thoughts about your party, your launch party. So leave behind any negative thoughts or even past experiences around parties that you may have had before, because focusing on the past isn't going to grow your future. And so, like with anything, you're going to have things that go exceptionally well, and you're going to have things that, you know, may not have met your expectations. Is that okay? Yes, it is totally okay. So the thing is, right, is that it's pretty standard practice, right, for people to think about worst case scenarios. It's really weird how we do that, but it's like a thing. So rather than thinking about what could go wrong or how it's not going to work out, get excited about how, like, the potential it's going to bring. Like, you know, get excited about that and have that in your vision about how your party is going to feel and unravel. Because when you come from a lack of space or like a lower vibration type of energy, you know, like, people can feel that. So when you're inviting, they're gonna catch on with that energy. So having posture, getting excited about what you're doing. There's been parties that I've done that haven't gone to plan. I've even had a birthday party where I had 50 people coming and 5 people showed up. Did I go, oh my God, I'm not important, like I'm a failure because no one rocked up to my birthday party? No, I didn't. Things happened. There was a crazy thunderstorm, people get busy, just things like that happen, right? So don't think that way. Get excited about your future and what you're going to create with your business. Super, super important. Now, the other thing as well is care enough. Care enough to find out about people and what they're looking for, I think, is really, really important, because when we know what they're looking for, we can serve better. We can offer a solution. And when you know what they're looking for, you can invite a bit better. So for example, if you're constantly building relationships, people are just going to come along because they, you know, they have the relationship with you. So connection is really key. And if you're struggling a little bit with getting people along, maybe you need to start working on building relationships with people better, strengthening that and getting to know them more and actually really caring about them. That is one major thing with this business, caring enough. Okay, so you've written your friends list of who you want to invite to your launch party. The next step is to obviously invite. So how do you invite powerfully? Now, this is really important, okay? So that you feel good about inviting people along, but also so that people do show up. Now, the truth is, people are interested in what's in it for them. How will this serve them? How will it help them? So if you're really good at caring enough, you're going to know about what people are looking for. So maybe you have friends that are entrepreneurs looking for side gigs. Maybe you have friends that are interested in health and wellness. Maybe it's gut healing or weight loss. But even if you don't know that, you still can invite them, no problem. But when you know what they're looking for, you can invite them easier. Well, I've given you some scripts. If you have a look at your checklist that I've provided, there's some wording there, but you know what? Don't get caught up on the words. Don't be perfect. There's no perfect words. There's no magic words. It's really just having a conversation. Really, that's it. Having a conversation and connecting with people. I like to ask them, hey, what are you doing on Saturday if the event's on Saturday? Oh, nothing. What have you got in mind? Well, I'm having a catch up. Love you to come along. We're doing a wine and cheese night, or if it's a morning tea, we're having a morning tea. I'm just basically showing everybody what I'm up to, what I've discovered, with, you know, I've gone on my own health and wellness journey and really loving it. So I wanted to share with my friends what I've discovered. Hey, even if it's not for you, that's okay. Just come along anyway. I'm going to do a taste testing party, you know, so you can taste some awesome stuff. But it's a great excuse anyway, just to catch up. Haven't seen you in a while. Haven't seen you in a while. So you're taking the pressure off them. You're wanting to reduce and take the walls down a little bit of resistance. So it's like, you know, it's going to be fun. Even if it's not for you, that's cool. Just come along and check it out. Now, if they ask you, oh, what is it? Be upfront. Tell them, hey, it's Mo Dare. Loving the products, did a gut healing program, whatever it is, like loving the skincare. So look, I just wanted to show people what it is, really love it. Just come along anyway. Look, you know, even if it's not for you, that's okay. Just, it's great to catch up. Bring a friend or two. That's the next thing, is getting them to bring a friend. Now, to put things into context, I was a bring a friend. So my girlfriend Hannah, she invited me along to a wine and cheese night. She was a really happy customer using the nutritional range for training because she was doing the Kokoda Trail. If she did not ask me to come along, I would not be in this business. I would not have earned my freedom and left my 9 to 5. So it's so powerful to connect with people, and that's how like Matt met me. Think about that. That is so incredible. So bring a friend. Look, if they're not interested, that's okay too. You can say, hey, look, you know, need bumps on seats. Be great if you just come along to support me anyway, right? You can even do that. But if they're a negative Nelly, if you're a typically negative Nelly person, you might want to cross them off your list. Some other scripts that you can also go with. So just coming out of my mouth, not overthinking it, right? It's just about natural as well. So once you've discovered if they're free or not, you can go, hey, look, I'm having a catch up. I'm at my place, you know, the program that I did and lost X amount of kilos on. Well, I'm having a get together, just sharing what I did and sharing the program. We're also going to do a taste testing as well. Taste testing. Yeah, I said it right this time, right? Yeah, so simple, easy, don't overthink it. You know, you can say I'm sharing the full story as well. You know, if it's for you or not, that's okay. Come along anyway. It's going to be fun. Do you get the picture? If they were looking at weight loss, you can say, hey, come over and hear about it. If they're looking for a side gig, you can go, hey, you know, it's my new side gig. I know you're looking for one. Maybe come over and just hear the full story. Then you can know if it's for you or not. There's so many things you can say, but if you know exactly what you're looking for, the easier it is to invite, okay? Don't overthink it. The other thing as well is that if one person shows up, that's perfect. That's so important. If 5 people show up, that's perfect. So every person counts. And even if there's one person, it means that you can give them so much more attention and tailor the event to them and see how you can serve and look after them the most. You think, oh my gosh, this is like, didn't work because one person showed up. That's not the mindset or attitude you need to have. That will take you out, but also they're important. So add value to their life. The next thing is following up with all of your attendees. This is super important to make sure that they remember and come. This is so important because people are so busy. So it's just like checking in with them and going, hey, Mary, just checking in, you know, just reminding you about tomorrow. Really excited to see you. Feel free to bring a friend or two still. The more the merrier. It's a catered event, so I just wanted to make sure that you're coming. Looking forward to it. So easy, so simple, so important. So make sure you do that. Okay, on the day of the event, so you make sure you have all your products. So this may be your launch collection that you purchased when you got started as a social marketer. They're products you're using anyway, they're anyway products, so you should have them. If you're serious about this business, you've got your products. You're using the laundry powder, the skincare. So make sure you have your products out. That's all you need to do. Now, if you're doing a tasting party, make sure that you have coconut lime or chocolate shape. Doesn't matter if you have one or the other, or you've got both. The other thing as well is having your aloe and also your fiber. Really, really important, because this is part of our program, and it's, you know, we want them to discover what our products taste like, because we want to connect emotionally with our products with senses. Because people go, you know what, I can have that. Great, you know, I can get healthy on this. Awesome. So when you should have your tea and coffee out, you know, a bit of wine maybe. If you're doing a wine and cheese night, like your cheese. Don't overdo it. Don't make it crazy. Don't go overboard, because remember, what you do duplicates. Somebody coming to your event as a business builder, you don't want them to go, oh my goodness, I've got to do this to grow a business. No, make it simple, easy, and fun. That's what you need to be doing. Simple nibblies. The other thing is download the overview presentation just to make it easy for you. We have done a video, so you don't have to be an expert. You just use the tools we've created for you. The other thing as well is feedback forms. I had one here. Feedback forms, really important, because we want to know how we can help them, and it's so easy for them just to fill out a form and tell us. Plus, on the bottom, it's got their details like their email address, mobile, and date of birth, so we can create a free Motor account for them. So easy. These are really important, by the way, super important part of doing the presentation. The other thing too is make sure you have your test tasting products. I'm pretty sure I said that. So like your shape, your coffee, if you're wanting doing a coffee and chocolates, like make a mocha drink, etc. And that's basically it to prepare for your event. Okay, so when people arrive, this is so important. When people arrive, what you need to do is, would you like a cold drink? Would you like some tea? Would you like some tea? Hang on. Would you like some coffee? Can I get you a cup of coffee? Right, so you're a host, you're a hostess. We want to make sure people are feeling comfortable at your event and their walls are coming down, because when they're coming to something new and there's whole different people that haven't met, we want to make sure that they're making friends and having fun. So we've got food, friends, and fun, really important. So when they come and arrive, your next job is to introduce people so they know each other. Hey Sam, meet Joe. Joe, meet Sam. Joe is my work colleague. We work together. Sam, my best friend from school. Actually, you both like to do watercoloring. Yeah, oh hang on, somebody's at the door. Just, you know, have a conversation, I'll be back. Hey Sam, how you going? Another Sam, yeah, because that's how it is. Got lots of Sams in my life. But the point is, you're wanting them to get to know each other and mingle, right? So they feel comfortable with all these new people at this party. And if you are a support mentor at the party, you want to talk to these people and get to know them. And then you start asking questions like, so how do you know each other? How do you know the host? How do you know, so obviously don't say host, say their name. How do you know Stephanie? Oh, awesome. Okay, fantastic. And you can ask questions like, so what do you do? You must love doing that. Kind of get to know them. What do you do on the weekend in your spare time? Do you have kids? You know, do you have kids? What's your occupation? All these things. Next thing is to get started. So by the way, make the little mingling part at the beginning not a long time. Don't let it go on forever and ever and ever, right? It needs to be like 20 minutes max, okay? And then you get started. So when you get started, the host needs to thank everybody for coming. And they get up and say, look, thank you so much for coming. I just wanted to say that you can also give a compliment. You know, all you are my, favorite people that I trust, and had to share this with you. and then share your story. So how you share your story, it's the struggle and the solution. So you might go, you know what, I was seeing Jo posting all this weight loss and I could see her results, and I'm sitting over here trying everything and crushing myself at the gym and getting no results. I'm like, you know what, haven't done this, gonna try it. And then 6 kilos later, feeling fantastic. Girlfriend over here has lost 40 kilos. Feeling good about that I've helped somebody. Had to share it with you guys. Now, I decided to do it as a side gig, right? Whatever it is, don't make it that short, but it doesn't have to be super long. But share your story. Tell your story from the heart and why you're loving like the products or the business. Share, right? But you gotta go struggle, solution. And I also like to say, with that, you know, even if this is not for you, that's okay too. I just have to show you about it. You may learn something new or meet some new friends. So play the clip. Oh, by the way, if your support mentor is there, get them up, introduce them, say, hey, I've got Jo here, I've got Mark here, I've got, you know, whoever here. So just, you know, my wonderful support, so they get to know your support team and they can say, I got involved in Modere. They share their story. The point is you're sharing your stories over and over again. Now, the other thing is, once you play that clip, you might tie in with some other stories, a bit of business as well. And then the next thing after you've finished is handing out your feedback form, seeing how you can help. And then what you do afterwards is like, you know what, got some fantastic things to taste. I'm just going to go in the kitchen, do it all up. Now, what you might want to do, right? By the way, you don't have to make a lot of stuff. It's not going to cost you a lot to do this. Have a blender. You can use one of these. I just fill it up like to there with water. Put my fiber in it and my aloe vera till it's there, mix it up in a blender, and I will use all of that to give out. You know, you don't have to get special little plastic cups, just put a little bit in some cups for them to taste. If you don't have a blender, no problem. Get one of those shakers, those gym shakers. Don't have a shaker, no problem. Get a spoon. Mix it up, okay? So don't make things difficult for yourself. Don't overthink it. Got some shape, use a little spoon, okay? This is expensive. Use a tiny spoon, put a little bit on it. Oh, paddle pop sticks. If you've got paddle pop sticks, don't have paddle pop sticks, don't worry. Use a spoon, don't overthink it. Now, coffee and chocolate shape. Again, I would do something like this. I like to do half water, half milk, and then your coffee and your shape, and mix it up. And then I like to add like ice cubes so it's cold. Divvy it out, all good, happy. Now what you got to do is also help close people. So I like to, once I get all of this information, I like to set their account up, get their questions answered. If you can't answer them, put your support team on the phone, okay? You can go, you know what, I don't have the answers for that, but I know somebody that does. I know somebody that does. Let me organize somebody to give you a call. If they're there, perfect, get them sorted. And with this information, you're gonna open up their accounts and put the items in their shopping cart for them and give them their password, which I like to do is like their first name and their date of birth, capital letter, first name and date of birth, and get them started. Now, what you're really looking for is social marketers. Now, it's quite normal for a customer to turn into a social marketer. So if they're a customer, you look after them, because I started as a customer first. Okay, you build that relationship. And the next thing is to invite them along to the next event, which is normally a Sunday event if you're in Brisbane, or invite them along to a team call if they are looking for business. So you're keeping the conversation going, okay? Okay, I'm back. My phone cut out. So keeping the conversation going. So remember too that the first time they see this, it doesn't mean they're going to get started and jump in the business straight away. I wasn't one of those. I went to an event, I was like, oh my gosh, these products look amazing, gonna get started on that. And I just kept showing up to events because I got invited to them. And I started to learn a bit more about Modere and build the belief about the industry, the company, the support team, and in myself that, you know what, I can actually do this. So it's about always keeping that relationship. Now, if you are a support mentor and are at the events, your job is to add them on Facebook and get to know them and also build the relationship as well, because this is how you start to tap into people's networks, is to build that relationship, because at the end of the day, that's where it starts. The other thing too is that with the presentation, we have equal parts of business, equal parts of product. So important. Otherwise, if you're just projecting product, all you're gonna get is customers. We're gonna let people know about the opportunity and what is on the table, and that they can then make up their own decision. Make sure you do that. What else was I going to say? Oh, also the presentation is very kind of no pressure, because people don't want to be sold to. It's very casual. It's very like, this is what we got. This is actually a real thing. You know, take it or leave it. How can we help you? So when you finish your presentation as well, and you're heading out your feedback forms, you're like, okay, so we just want to know how we can serve you best. How can we look after you best? So please fill out these forms so that we know exactly how we can look after you. Finish it with tasting some of the products, answering questions, getting a mentor on the phone if you need to, if they're there, even better, and getting people started as a social marketer or a customer, or answer their questions. Now in here as well, I've got a checklist just so you can remember what you need to do for your party. And also feel free to ask your customers to hold an event for you, because there's a lot of customers that have fantastic results, and I'm sure they would love to get some extra shopping credits or earn some cash back. Please keep the conversation going with your customers. And hey, look, why not do up a little goodies bag for them to say thank you for doing the party? So maybe you can put 3 sachets of chocolate shape in there, or 3 sachets of coffee. So it's like, you know, thank you very much. It's a little gift, but man, it's nice to get something like that. And people do like to catch up. Anyway guys, I hope that has been really helpful and has empowered you to have a very successful launch party where you've got energy and excitement.